chains, no? Retail, automotive, finance, pharmaceutical, construction, travel, education, yes.
And it's important that she's related for the most growing sectors in Peru. Yes. She's related to commerce, as you've seen in the video, is the one who has a growing GDP continuously. And also construction, y el otro es retail. And retail, we have three, let me tell you that there are three great groups. Interbank, Falabella, is from Chile, is the biggest, and Cencosud. And from Falabella, where Saga Falabella is the department store, and Home Improvement is Sodima, where I work for. So Supermercados belongs to Interbank, who is the another group, is Peruvian one, and so on.
Yes, for example, Sherry Block now, yes, but in Peru changed the name and now is MSC. Yes, exactly. Yes. We make a special study with the gynecologists. Yes, exactly, doctors. We had a better study, and MSD recommended to GRM to make the same study in Chile and Argentina too in this year. Yes, yes, exactly. He's a good client. Yes. For you and for you
as well.
Yes, okay. Yes.
Lena, I just want to check with the regarding what do you do for CEMEX?
For CEMEX.
CEMEX.
Yes.
Is
¿Qué hace para ellos?
In-depth interviews with professional of the building, for example.
So
construction, exactly.
Developers.
Yes, yes. CEMEX is from Mexico. It's a big company. Yes.
So you do it in Peru or you do it in Mexico?
In Peru. In Peru. Yes. CEMEX is in Peru more or less 2 or 3 years ago. Yes, exactly. Because now in Peru we have a big explosion in the construction. Yes, exactly. Yes. Do you remember, for example, in the video,
yes,
we put the graphic, yeah? Yes, and the construction is very high. Yes. Thank you. Thank you.
Juliana, I noticed you were on TV.
TV. Yes.
TV. So, are you doing some social commentary? Like Christmas or something? It was about
Mother's
Christmas.
Day.
Mother's Day.
So you're doing kind of national studies where you make comment on things. Yeah.
Yes.
I think she she looks for interesting news for everyone, and take advantage of that, and goes to TVs and radios and publishing the most important newspapers. In the video says Gestión, but was missing El Comercio, who is the biggest newspaper, and they take advantage of that. Yeah. Clever.
That's good.
Yes.
But one thing that IRIS does from time to time, will do a national study in lots of different countries. The last one was on the health systems in different places, so it's quite important that we can do that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I just have one more question, sorry. Lucy might be able to answer this one, but I'm just interested in the way you went about identifying where to put your stores. Is there any special technique that GNC are using? Yeah.
I think what is most difficult is to understand the difference between our three kind of customer or clients.
Yeah.
The head of household is having different drivers and necessities than a professional, a pro, than a tradesman. And we have been discovering each year, and we have made really in-depth studies, quality and quantitative, because there are different drivers. Now we are in the etapa in the how to say, in the stage in which we are studying all the world of the electrician, all the world of plumbers, all the world of the pro. They have different needs inside each world. So it's very in-depth studies. It's very interesting.
Yes.
And we, what we recollect of the studies, we change our communication, we tune our communication, our stores. Anything is so.
Do you make projections about use of those stores into the future?
Usable?
Do you make projections into the future about how many people will use those stores? Is that part of the research?
No. What we are, that part of the future stores comes from Chile.
Right.
And depends on the growth of the country.
Yeah.
When I began working in Sodimac, the expectation of number of stores in 2015 were just 20 stores. Now, in 2012, we are 18, and the growth is expected to be, let's say, 50 stores in Peru. So it depends on the, Peru is growing high GDP in the last years, and it's expected to keep on growing. But the number, it comes from Chile, where the headquarters are.
Thank you.
Any more questions,
Any more?
comments?
Any other questions?
Just one, Juliana, do you run an omnibus survey as well? Sort of a multi-client survey, or do you tend to just field ad hoc surveys?
You have an omnibus type of studies?
Sometimes.
El que se echa
Yes.
el reproductivo.
Yes, yes, exactly. Sometimes, but the big concentration is the ad hoc studies. Yes, and always, not only with Sodimac, with the different clients in GRM, we use our creativity and innovation and practice different technicals. Yes, exactly.
Pero omnibus no hace.
Omnibus, sometimes, yes. It depends. For example, three times per year,
Yeah, okay.
more or less. Yes. Thank you.
Okay, Mary, you have a question?
I think by the time potential members get to this table, we're all relatively confident that they know how to do research. They, the interviews are accurate. They can do the arithmetic and all that. I don't know that I've seen very many where the potential member has done such an incredible job of bringing the research to life and communicating it so effectively. I think you're doing
Yes.
something special.
Yes, thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you.
And I like very much the campaign.
I guess
It's
it's
really deserving of
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know, it's difficult sometimes as a client to recognize it. You know.
It's your child.
Yes, but you know, if when you have a good research, a good survey, and you identify the opportunities, and also a good creativity, you do a good work. But it's just to not listen. It's difficult. With marketing people, we are very tough, very hard to listen, and we are difficult to go to a focus group and listen, and that's it. It's just listening. It's so easy, but apparently we don't listen, and we are very, very. you know. In this moment, I'm not in the client's side. I understand it, your role as suppliers. It's difficult sometimes, and sometimes we also talk with Juliana that the young people now in Peru, in case of Peru, I don't know the rest of countries, they seem to know about research, but honestly they don't know. And we are very concerned about that, because too junior people are in charge sometimes of the researches and service.
This is
So
a big problem.
it's a big problem nowadays, and I think there should be, each year should qualify, the people should be, ¿cómo se dice? Evaluate the people who is in charge. great decisions are made in these kinds of information. So thank you for enjoying the campaign. And but it's the basement was a good survey and a good investigation, good research.
Thank you.
We already envy Juliana for her clients.
But she said in the video, no, we are more than a client supplier. We are just friends. I'm sitting here. She made a letter to my boss, the general manager, and asked him to if I can come here. No doubt at all. So. Because we are very happy at Sodimac in Peru to work with her team. So, but she makes us also feel important. It was, I think, it was her secret. And all her customers also.
Okay. Again, thank you very much.
Gracias.
Before we break
Thank you
for
very
the
much.
coffee break, I do wanted to make sure that Larry gets the appropriate attention for over 6 years of his service in the council. But Larry, you know times are tough.
You're right.
I brought your heart, but it's a do-it-yourself heart. You have the icing, basically, you have to put on yourself. So
You're very good.
I wonder if you want to do this for your wife.
I would, of
There
course.
are some sweets for your kids.
Thank you very much.
And thank you so
You're very
much
good.
for
Thank you.
over 6 wonderful years. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Okay, I'd say we come back at the quarter after.